Hey, what's up guys, it's Tech Infusion and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at another gaming laptop from Lenovo. This is the Legion Y7000P. It's very similar to the Y730 we have previously reviewed, but the big difference you'll see here between the two is the design. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. This video is sponsored by WhoKeys. WhoKeys is an online store that sells software and game license keys for super cheap prices. Let's say you've been looking for a new game, or maybe you need an Office 365 account for school. I totally recommend going with WhoKeys. They have some really great prices. For instance, I just built a new PC and I used WhoKeys to purchase the Windows 10 license key for that computer. To begin purchasing a key, you'll need to create an account. Once you've registered, go to checkout. There you can enter the promo code TF15 for an additional 15% off software and the code TF3 for 3% off games. Once you've purchased the license, it will be delivered almost instantly via email, and then you can follow those links in the email to claim your key. Now once you've claimed your key, it's all yours to use, and you can go either enter that in Steam or activate Windows or whatever you bought that for, and it will work perfectly. Links to all of these details and the links that you need to follow to get to their website will be in the description below. Before I begin, I'd like to thank Lenovo for sending out this laptop on loan to review so I can share my opinions and thoughts with you guys. As you guys know, I'm always going to keep it unbiased, and this video is not sponsored by Lenovo in any way. So the Y7000 is available from third-party retailers like Walmart and Amazon, so you can't purchase this laptop directly from Lenovo. The Legion Y7000 comes in many various configurations and models, but today we're going to be taking a look at the review laptop that I got, which is an i5-8300H and the 1050 Ti, and that comes just in around $900. They do offer an upgrade to the Intel i7-8750H and the GTX 1060, so if you're thinking about purchasing this laptop for gaming, I'd strongly recommend that upgrade. The upgraded model comes at around $1,200 at the time of this video. However, I have been seeing deals going around that are offering cheaper prices, so make sure you do your research before buying. The display on all of the Y7000 models is a 15-inch 1920 by 1080 IPS 60Hz display. It has very nice colors and the contrast looks great as well. So for gaming, you'll have a great experience. Now I can't find a place online to purchase the 144Hz display configuration. However, I did read a couple of articles that mentioned that this model of laptop did have that upgrade as an option at purchase, but I'm not really sure about that. I just wanted to throw that out there. Inside this laptop we have 16 gigs of RAM, a 1TB hard drive, and a 128GB NVMe SSD. Like in our previous video where we tore apart the Legion Y730, the Y7000 looks very similar inside, and you can easily upgrade the storage and RAM yourself. When it comes to portability, it's on the larger and heavier side of some gaming laptops I've seen. So it's not super easy to carry around in a small backpack, but because of the size, it has really good airflow, and that's exactly what you want to see on a gaming laptop. Now when it comes to build quality, everything is plastic other than the top gray metal lid. It's always nice to see a full metal laptop chassis. However, I think that if they would have gone full metal here, it would have been way too heavy, as it already is kind of on the heavier side. So I'm kind of glad they stuck with plastic. Plus, since it's a budget gaming laptop, you really can't expect a full metal build anyways. It has a super strong and tight hinge that holds up the display. I feel like it's really well built and won't ever break on you. The design is very nice, but unlike the Y730, it does give off that gaming vibe. Even though it may not have all of those RGB lights, it has a sort of angular design with a gigantic Y symbol that lights up on the top metal lid. There are vents all the way around the laptop to keep it cool, and on the bottom as well, and these do have that same angled flare as well. Open up the laptop and we'll see a standard keyboard that does include the number pad. The keyboard feels nice when typing with decent travel, but if you're looking for a flashy RGB experience, you're really not going to get it here with this keyboard. The only backlight option you have is the plain white look that has 2 levels of brightness, which depending on what you're using this laptop for, you may like. The trackpad on the Y7000 has integrated the buttons into the trackpad, unlike the Y730, which had separate buttons. The trackpad is very nice and the gestures and scrolling are smooth. Nothing to complain about here. The display has a slim bezel all the way around until you get to the bottom chin, which holds the webcam. I never enjoy really using the webcams that are placed in this position because either you're going to see your hands on the keyboard or everyone's going to get a lovely view up your nose. I understand why they put the webcam in that position to keep that top bezel slim, but really I just don't even like using it when it's there. When it comes to the ports you get on the Y7000, they're in a very nice location on the back of the laptop. On the back you're getting USB-C, which doesn't have Thunderbolt capability, a mini display port, a USB 3 port, HDMI, 1 gigabit Ethernet, the charging port, and a Kensington lock. You'll have a single USB 3 port paired with the headphone jack on the left, and on the right you'll see another USB 3 port. So overall you're getting an ample amount of ports. I really would have liked to see Lenovo integrate Thunderbolt 3 with that USB-C, but really that's not a deal breaker that they didn't. The Y7000 has 2 downward facing speakers that sound alright. They don't get very loud. That being said, you're definitely going to want to purchase some headphones for gaming. Now let's go ahead and do a couple of performance tests by running some standard games that you may want to play on the Y7000. First off, we have Fortnight. Running on high settings at 1080p, we're staying well above 60 frames, and sometimes reaching all the way up to around 90, depending on what's happening in the game. Now moving on to Rocket League, on high settings, the frames fluctuate between 120 and 150 FPS, so you'll have absolutely no performance issues there. Now for the last game, I jumped into some Battlefield 5, and on medium settings I was able to just get about 60 frames per second, and when it comes to heavier titles such as this is where you'd see a huge improvement upgrading to the i7 and 1060 configuration. Overall, looking at the performance of the Y7000, it's not bad. But when you take a look at that $900 price tag, and then you look at the specs you're getting for that $900, only the 8300H and the 1050 Ti, it's hard to swallow because you could take similarly priced laptops like the Acer Helios and get an 8750 and a 1060. It's just hard to justify spending that much money. However, that being said, because the Y7000 is sold by third-party retailers only, it goes on sale all of the time and you can find really good deals on it. If you're seriously looking into getting this laptop and this laptop only, I would say wait until you can find a good deal that has the i7 and the 1060 for around $1,000, and then I'd say you're pretty much looking at a good deal at that point. Like I did say, for a budget gaming laptop, the Y7000 is great, but it's not the best out there for the money unless you can find a good deal. So that's all I have to say about the Y7000. What do you guys think about it? Let me know down below. As always, if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, please remember to leave a like, and don't forget to comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss my next video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and until next time guys, peace out.